Okay. This is early morning feeding of layers bed. So as the food is being, as they are being fed, this is the battery cage setup. You can see the way they are eating. This is how we feed the feed. Hello everyone, my name is Emily Noel Oge of Let Us Farm. So today I want to first of all thank every one of you following this channel, those who subscribed and everything. I want to say a very big thank you. But there's something going on that I would still like to address quickly. Please, in case anyone sends you any message saying that I'm forming a WhatsApp group, please, it's not me. I'm not forming any WhatsApp group for anything. Anything I have to tell you, I come here and I drop it direct for you. So I'm not forming any WhatsApp group. I don't have any WhatsApp group where I'm teaching anybody anything special. No. People have used this to do some kind of funny things. I'm not who you are talking to. And mind you, I'm not selling anything. So in case you are told that probably I have some special kidney to say, I'm not the one. Please ignore that. So today I want to talk about something quickly. Uh, it's about what you call early egg drop syndrome in birds in poultry farm. So you may have noticed, you may have heard some people complaining that their birds, their laying birds, their pullets, they start laying after a month or 2 months. All of a sudden, let me give you an example. Someone that is having two crates, after a month or two, the thing crashes to below one crate. Even worse part, it may even crash to pieces. You will now be having pieces of egg. You don't even have up to that. So you are now making a loss and things like that. After when you are already thinking that you are about to break even. So what I want to quickly inform us is this: there are some issues, there are some certain things that could cause that. Mhm. Mind you, whatever I'm telling you here is a practical experience. I don't like using bogus words to explain things so that you get me direct. And in case after this, if you don't get what I'm saying, you can always drop some your messages on the comment section. So what are we talking about? Egg drop, early egg drop syndrome. We have two types of egg drop syndrome. We have this one that occurs when birds are getting old. Then we have this one that occurs at the early stages of birds or even in between their laying period. Yes, but one I want to look at specifically today is this early one that happens or the one that happens in between. So, like I said, basically there are some certain things that may cause this. It could be one, management issues. What do I mean by management issues? Your environment that you keep your bed. Because the birds are started laying, you start becoming too lazy. The people that are using deep litters, they don't pack the litters anymore. They now start relaxing, becoming too lazy to do things in the farm. What you discover is that the ammonia content in that your litter affects this bed. So these ammonia contents, they are hot. They come up from that litter on the floor. So when they come up, they are hot, kind of hot. So they enter their eyes. And when they enter their eyes, they make these birds weak. So it can cause that. But people that are in battery cage may not witness that. But however, if they don't manage to keep their pens neat, it could actually lead to that. You now get to people's pen, you see that the pen is very dirty, is unkept, simply because they are now like, oh, we've gotten to that level. So management could actually be one of the problems that is making your production to drop. That's number one. Two, it could be feed. Now, some people, you see, we are all trying to make ends meet, correct? But what happens here is this: some people, you are trying to make ends meet. You now go to some levels that will affect your productivity, not knowing that what you are doing is that you are indirectly reducing your productivity yourself. I don't know whether we get what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is this. Let me give you an example. Birds that are supposed to be consuming 2 bags daily, they start production. Now, because before they started production, you are still rationing their feed. You are not giving them up to 2 bags daily. So they started production. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to correct that abnormally, because birds, they need energy, and this energy is through feeding for them to lay. Now, instead of you to go to the 2 bags, you were before not giving them up to 2 bags, you are still managing. But instead of you to go to the 2 bags, you even reduce the amount of feed you are giving them. Maybe before you were giving them uh, 1.5. Now they say laying. You are now relaxed that, oh, I've gotten what I'm looking for. You drop. You drop that. It's not even up to 1.5. Their consumption drops. It's not even up to 1.5. What you discover is that the eating capacity of this bird, since they've dropped, you won't get your result. So your result keeps going down. You may never know. Sometimes it's not intentional. Sometimes it could even be your workers, especially when you are not around. You are giving instruction that, okay, this is my best now. Be giving them 2 bags of feed daily. But the workers want to do a fast one. They reduce it. They are giving 1.5. Say, after all, these birds are laying. Oga will not know. Now, what will now happen indirectly is that that reduction will now affect your bird's production. And you will be confused because the workers will keep telling you what is not visible in the farm, and you will never know. So feeding can actually, reduction in feed can actually cause that problem. Then another thing is this, like I mentioned, management. Normally, laying birds are not supposed to be given drugs all the time. Most drugs that you give laying birds are multivitamin, just to improve their immune system and for them to be eating well and give you production. It's not supposed to be given birds. Now, for some reasons, your birds are not feeling fine. So you notice that they are dull. After some consultation, you are told to give antibiotics. Now, this is the problem. The laying birds do not take the normal antibiotics you give a non-laying bird. The reason is this: when you give a very strong antibiotics to laying birds, it will crash their production. So most times when you are told to give very strong antibiotics to laying birds is when the issue at hand is very high. For instance, a vet doctor comes to your place, he looks at them and tell you that, this is out of control, it's getting out of control, you did not treat these things early, and decides to give very strong antibiotics. It will work, but what will happen is that it will drop your production. So if on a constant time, regular checks, you always monitor to see what's going on in your beds, when they are having mild issues that are resulting that this is what we need antibiotics, if you do the consultation, then you discover that you'll be given a mild antibiotics that will cure the disease in question, and then you will not really affect your production. I don't know whether you get it clear. So what I'm just trying to say essentially here is that very strong antibiotics during laying can actually pull down your production. That's correct. So another thing that can also affect your production, but we take it for granted, is water. For some reasons, like I keep saying it, some farmers, whenever their birds start laying, there is a lot of laziness that comes on. People now like relax that, I know, after all, I get this. But unfortunately, that is even the critical time in the life of your birds. You're supposed to be on top of your A game if you want to really succeed in laying birds. So then, if you are giving your birds 1,000 liters of water and they are now laying, and all of a sudden, for some reasons, your workers decide to short ration the birds, that they don't have time to pump the water and all those stuff, and reduce this thing. Mind you, bed egg formation, you have almost 97% of it is water, except the shell. Every other thing is water content. Now you now reduce that water you are giving the birds. What happen? It will indirectly affect your production. So it's always good to monitor what is going on in your beds. Now another one that you may never know, in fact, is something that most of us we have seen and we didn't even know on time until we later on had to go and check what's going on. Is the issue of deworming and delousing beds. What do I mean by deworming? Deworming is the process of you trying to kill the worms that are in your beds. You deworm them. Delousing is killing the outside worms on your bed. That's the lice that are on the body. You can't see these lice on the feather. You have to open the feather to look at the skin. That's where you see lice. You see moving objects, very tiny moving objects. They are all lice. So now, what is there is this: deworming is a very strong thing. It is very strong. It is also very strong like the antibiotics. So in deworming your bed, you got to be careful. Now, if you did not deworm, they start laying. It's always good to deworm. But then when you want to deworm, you have to be very careful. Now, most times it's very, very recommendable that you deworm your pets once. Like, you don't give them deworming medicine today, give them tomorrow. It's not good. So if you give them today, you don't give them again. After 2 weeks, you repeat. I don't know whether we understand. If you give them one day, don't give them the next day. After 2 weeks, you repeat. So with this, you reduce the shock on the birds, and this will help you to uh, reduce the effect on your production. Now, before we go on, let me quickly remind us that this is Let Us Farm, and my name is Emelifon Oge. So if you've not followed this channel, kindly hit on the follow button. If you've not subscribed, click on the notification to subscribe. Let Us Farm, we are just here to discuss practical knowledge on agriculture, general agric, fishery, poultry, crops. Now, if you have any questions, kindly drop it in the notification on the comment section, and I will reply you. I have been doing that, and I will continue to do that so that we'll grow together. So, Let Us Farm is on Facebook. Just type Let Us Farm together. You see us there. Follow us. We're also on Instagram. Let Us Farm. Then on YouTube, still Let Us Farm. Subscribe, click on the notification bell so that once I drop videos like this, you will see it. And we're also on TikTok, Let Us Farm. And we have amazing videos for you to go and learn one or two things. I have some write-ups. Our internet is also on. Our website is also on. But right now, it's still under construction. But follow us on all this media and get the best you need to know to grow. If you have any question, kindly drop it on the comment section and I'll get back to you. Like I said before, I don't have any WhatsApp group. Don't pay anybody anything on my behalf, please. So, like I was saying, the issue of deworming. So, when you deworm, you now repeat after 2 weeks. So, with this, you reduce the effect. There is something I always tell people when deworming. For you to get the best of result of deworming, do not combine your dewormer with vitamin. This is what I do. If I'm deworming today, I deworm today. I avoid vitamins today. Tomorrow, I can give them vitamins. With that, the vitamins doesn't spoil the work of the dewormer. People have argued it, but I have done it and I have tried it and it's working perfectly. You may not know, but you keep doing it, you won't get the result. It will not kill your bird, so but that's just for you to get the best of result. So, like I said, if you can put all these things to what I have told you now into check, you do them, you discover that your sudden egg drop syndrome, especially at when they just started laying, will be a thing of the past. Remember, like I said, management, drugs we use, deworming drugs, very, very important, because this one, you may miss it. You will never know that your birds are having worms and they are having lice. It will keep worrying them because these worms and lice, they actually suck blood from the birds, and it makes them that what they eat, they can't convert this food to production of the egg and you won't see eggs. So that's why it's very, very important for you to understand the reasons why we do this. So if you don't understand anything that I've said, you can go back, go through all the videos. Any question, kindly drop it in the comment section and I will take it up from there. If you're having any other issues, you can also ask me. My name remains Noel Emelifon of Let Us Farm. Keep farming. Farming is a way of life. Till I come your way next time.